All right, we got ourselves a 25.5 inch red drum, also known as a redfish. And we are going to be filleting this, Jake and I. Now, if you take the fish behind the fin, make a incision behind his fin in a forward motion up his skull, up to his backbone, and you will feel when you hit the backbone, which is right there. Okay, and then from here, I've seen videos on YouTube, people do different things. From here, what I like to do most is I will go from where this incision is right here on his back, and I will take this and I will make an incision all the way down his back, and you'll see why this makes it easier in a second. We're pretty much going to go straight down all the way, staying on this side of the fins. And then once you get to about here, you can see in here, if you look really closely, Jake, show them the meat here, that if we can get this meat kind of where the backbone is, and you're going to shove this knife straight through down to his lower fin like this, and then from here we're going to continue all the way down. Okay? And we're going to stop just as if we were filleting a smaller fish. Stop about right there. Now from here, it's very easy. From here, we're going to have this open, and we're going to take this knife and we're going to work this meat all the way down. This is where a smaller knife comes in handy. Sharp as possible. And then once you have this, you're going to feel, if you look right here, that's his spine. And you can see how we are right up against his spine, and we are not leaving any meat behind. Okay. Now, I will take my larger knife now, put it through the hole that you made in his tail. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to take this knife straight in through the tail. Okay. And we're going to work this larger knife straight up the belly, keeping on this spinal cord. And you'll see why we need this larger knife in just a second. Because once you get to about right here, these larger knives are kind of difficult to stay away from digging into the spine, but there we go. Okay. Once you get here, a couple hard thrusts, get through the bone, and then this should fall straight back. Look, if you look here, I got one little piece of skin right here. Cut that, and then this should fall right off. Okay. Now we're gonna cut his tail. Not right there. Okay. Now, when you flip this over, you can see there are no bones. This is a perfect fillet. And then you have his rib cage in here with his belly. So we're going to trim this rib away, and we can do this with the smaller knife. We're just going to kind of feel where, if you look right here, if you see his rib bones, 1, 2, 3, we're just going to kind of go around them on an angle, like that. And then I take 2 cuts. this meat, this here, we're just gonna get rid of that. And this is gonna be your fillet. So from here, this is where it takes a little bit of finesse. Okay, we're gonna use our smaller knife. And we're gonna start at the tail. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna be separating the outer scales and skin from the fillet. And if you start at roughly a 45-degree angle, take a couple cuts, and you'll feel where the skin starts. It's very, very, very hard to cut through the skin. There you go, you can hear it. Then once you get down to there, you're gonna keep your knife angled at that same type of degree. And we're gonna slowly work our knife back and forth. Now this is a smaller knife. I'm probably gonna transition to the larger knife here in a second. Go to this one. Make sure you're keeping the skin tight on this side. Okay, keep looking. That looks perfect. Okay. And we're gonna hold the skin down on this side. Slowly work the knife back and forth. I like to keep flipping it over, especially if you're using a larger knife, to make sure you're not actually cutting through the skin and the scales. Which I believe I just did. A little bit, it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna shave this off from the other side. I know this isn't perfect by any stretch, but I am a novice, and that is a very large piece of meat. And if you look, we have a lot of fillet. Now what you should have left, obviously, is as little skin as possible. I could have got a little more meat off here, but this is very good here. It's very thin. Basically, you just want scale and skin left. For the other side,